All right, welcome everyone. Today we are diving headfirst into something really cool, the factory of the future. We're going to explore the world of smart manufacturing and what people are calling the fourth industrial revolution.
Yeah, this is not your grandfather's assembly line, that's for sure. It's a revolution that's totally changing how we make everything, from the cars we drive to the phones in our hands. We're going to break down what Industry 4.0 really is, what makes a factory smart, and what all this means for us.
So let's just start with a big idea. What if a factory could actually think for itself? Just imagine a place where machines don't just build stuff, but they actually work together to make their own processes better, predict problems before they happen, and are constantly learning. That's the vision we're jumping into today. Now, to really get why this shift is such a massive deal, we kind of need to look back at the industrial revolutions that got us to this point. Each one was a total game changer, and the one we're living through right now is absolutely no exception. So, it all started with Industry 1.0, right? The age of steam power, which let us mechanize production for the very first time. Then came Industry 2.0 with electricity and the assembly line. Hello, mass production. Industry 3.0 was the computer revolution, bringing in automation. And that brings us to today, Industry 4.0, where the physical world of machines and the digital world of data are merging into one intelligent, connected system. Okay, that's a fantastic history lesson, but I'm really curious. What does a smart factory actually look like, in the real world? What are the key things that make it so different from the factories we're used to? At its core, smart manufacturing is about making a factory that isn't just automated, but is truly intelligent. It's all about using technologies like AI and the Internet of Things to connect every single machine, every process, and every person on the floor. What you get is a system that can make its own decisions, adapt on the fly, and is always getting better. And the difference between the old way and the new way is just night and day. In a traditional factory, you wait for a machine to break down, and then it's a mad scramble to fix it. In a smart factory, you can predict when a machine is about to fail and fix it before it ever stops working. It's all about being proactive instead of reactive, and that saves so much time and money. So what's the secret sauce that makes a smart factory so smart? Well, it's really a combination of a few super powerful technologies all working together to create one intelligent system. Whoa, okay. That is a long list of tech. Where do we even begin with all that? Haha, yeah, I know it looks like a lot, but don't worry, we're just going to break down a couple of the most important ones. By the way, that last one, cyber-physical systems, that's really just a fancy term for systems that blend physical machines with digital controls. So let's start with a couple of the big ones to see how it all fits. First up, the Internet of Things, or IoT. The best way to think of this is like the nervous system of the smart factory. It's this huge network of sensors and devices attached to everything, and they're all constantly collecting and sharing data. It's like giving every machine and every tool a voice, letting them talk to each other and to us. Okay, so I've heard people throw around the term digital twin before, but I'm not totally clear on what it means.
A digital twin is basically a perfect virtual copy, a simulation of a real-world object, like a machine or even the entire factory itself, and it's constantly updated with real-time data from all those IoT sensors. This means you can test out new ideas, troubleshoot problems, and optimize everything in the virtual world without ever touching the real equipment.
Okay, so now we've got all this data streaming in from the IoT sensors, the factory's nervous system, but we need a way to make sense of it all. And that's where artificial intelligence comes in. You can think of AI as the digital brain of the smart factory. So here's how it works. The AI is constantly collecting and analyzing all that data. It uses machine learning to find patterns and spot any little anomalies. For example, maybe a machine starts vibrating just a tiny bit differently. A person might not even notice, but the AI can predict that a specific part is likely to fail soon. So it can automatically schedule maintenance, order the right part, and even adjust the production line to work around it, all without any downtime. The potential here is just staggering. There's a great quote from Hendrik Fink of PricewaterhouseCoopers who said, AI will be the driving force of the fourth industrial revolution. And he's absolutely right. AI isn't just about making things faster, it's about making them smarter, more sustainable, and more resilient. So, with all this talk about AI and automation, I know what you might be thinking. Where do people fit into all this? The good news is, the smart factory isn't about replacing humans with robots. It's actually about creating a new kind of partnership between people and technology, one that's built on collaboration. Exactly. And that partnership really comes down to one hugely important thing: trust. I mean, think about it. If you're a worker on the factory floor, you have to be able to trust that the AI system is making good decisions. You have to trust the data, trust the models, and trust that your own information is protected. Without that trust, the whole system just doesn't work. And this idea brings us to the next evolution that people are already talking about: Industry 5.0. If Industry 4.0 was all about automation and efficiency, Industry 5.0 is all about collaboration. I love this analogy. Think of Industry 4.0 as Jarvis running the lab for Tony Stark. But Industry 5.0, that's Tony Stark working with Jarvis, combining human creativity with the machine's incredible speed and precision. So as we look ahead, the real question isn't whether we'll work with smart machines, but how we'll do it. How can we design these systems so that they're not only productive, but also fair, transparent, and actually empowering for the people who use them? We have covered a lot of ground today, from the history of industry all the way to the future of human-machine teamwork. But really, the one big takeaway is that this transformation is happening right now. The world of manufacturing is becoming smarter, more responsive, and way more collaborative.
That's right. The smart factory isn't some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. It's a reality that's unfolding as we speak. And it's a reality that's just full of challenges for sure, but also amazing opportunities. Thank you so much for joining our class today. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to learn more about artificial intelligence.